So anyway, yes, we are getting into Dredge today. Apparently it is like fishing sim meets HP Lovecraft. So we'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to be terrible at the game and die a lot if there's a death function in it. Anyway, I do plan on recording this and posting it to YouTube. So if you have missed any of the previous content, not for this game, but anything else that's been done on this channel, you can find it on my YouTubes. And, yeah. So, let's see. Job listing, angler wanted. Apparently we're not a very good angler if we just crashed. It is a pretty game. I like the art style of it. The morning light fills your eyes and you try to sit upright. You're laying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. He's kind of creepy looking. Welcome to Greater Marrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Ah, well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. That's not ominous at all. Okay, so that seems easy enough so far. Limited storage space. Oops. I don't know if we should fish out spots. But it seems like there are plenty around. Time only advances when you're moving, fishing, or taking other specific actions. Oh, that's going to be fun dealing with inventory management. And they specifically warned that we shouldn't be out at night. So... And now I kind of want to know what happens at night. And what is exactly considered night. Ah, okay. That's how the lights work. There's a glowing red beacon. You step onto the dock at Greater Marrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan, but I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So to recap, you'll need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and in turn keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Where do I sell the fish? Our local fishmonger will appraise and purchase what you catch. He's open all hours. Off you go then. Sell those fish while they're still fresh. So we owe 50. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised they found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? It takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. That's kind of gross, the flies buzzing around it. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns on islands might pay you different, but while you've still got a debt outstanding here, I'd suggest you work on paying it off first. Makes sense? So let's see what you've got. Might as well go ahead and sell all of them. So we got 83.48 and our debt was dropped by $14. Not bad. The mayor is standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I've no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something out of it. Why don't you take it? Research parts? Oh, one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. Okie dokie. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take any damage from the rocks, or any damage at all, I can patch it up. Mostly. She shrugs and gestures towards the hull she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install. So there's different fishing rods. We don't have enough to get any new motors. Install time 1 hour. We don't have any money to get these either. Not yet, anyway. And we don't need to do any repairs. There's a storage system. Coastal and shallow. That might be useful. Coastal, shallow, mangrove, volcanic. No information on any of those. So what do we think? Researching fishing rods, researching engines. Probably do engines for the time being. Jet drive. Some of those get expensive. So I'm not sure what the respawn time is on fishing spots, or if there is one. Don't have the right equipment. Okay, we can't do any dredging yet. Oh dang, it was depleted already? There was only one fish in there. Poor fishy. That looks like another dredging spot. I'm guessing that symbol is a sign that we can't fish somewhere. Why is this red? There are sharks in the game. I don't think the fishing stuff we currently have is capable of hauling in a shark. Not gonna lie, it's a little creepy being out over the deeper waters. No idea why that would be the case. Oh, there are dolphins. And I don't want to stray too far. I don't know if we can dock in other ports. I know that for the time being we shouldn't sell in other ports until we get this debt paid off, but... Floating buoy, it serves to mark safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscured hazards. Its dim light also provides a brief respite from in the gloom of the night. There's something sparkly out there, but I don't necessarily know if I want to I don't know if I want to push my luck at night yet. I've had a special order come through from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. They ask for 1 Gulf flounder and 1 gray eel. Just bring them in when you have them. You'll need to have a rod that can handle shallow water fish in order to catch those. The shipwright should be able to sort that out for you. Some fish prefer deeper water, while others stick to the shallows. If you're looking for something specific, it's important to know what depth you're working with. Makes sense. So both those can handle shallow waters. Oh, I can get this one. So this is interesting so far. I kind of have a feeling it's luring me into a false sense of security. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? I've come to fish. There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. That's not creepy at all. Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east towards Little Marrow? Would you give this package to the dock worker there, please? Sure, why not? The mayor hands you a small, damp package bound in string. It's dripping slightly. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. What am I transporting? Don't forget to check your compass and map if you get lost. You know what? No, I'm not going to ask questions. If I end up transporting a body part or something, I don't want to know. Plausible deniability. They said east, so I'm guessing that this is Little Marrow over here. Though they did say something about a map. That was M? Hey, yeah, M. Wow. That's going to be a lot of places to explore. What? A delivery? Let's see here. He tears a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but it feels like he's shielding it from your view. I'm transporting body parts. Yes, nice and fresh. This'll do nicely. I'm to pay you, I suppose. It would be preferred. He hands you some money. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't make much sense to me. You'll surely get more use out of it. He pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. A number of the pages are folded over. Keep it in your cabin. Perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat any time. I know how lonely it can be. Cabin. Selected as active book. Oh, wow. Aberrations. Two of 94. One flounder, one eel. And they said that those were shallow water fish. These look like rays, not anything. Oh, maybe that is a flounder. Yay, flounder. And there was something that looked kind of eel-like out this way, and we move very slowly. I don't know how I feel about that. Hopefully some of the engine upgrades we get later will improve speed some. Though so far it's been pretty chill. We haven't run into anything that's been trying to eat us, though I suppose that's entitled to change. Oh my, that's a skeleton. Holy crap, that is a big skeleton. Hopefully there's not stuff like that still in the waters. Maybe that's why we're not supposed to go out at night. Oh, grouper. See, I want to go out there and see what the sparkly thing is, but I don't trust the water at night. Something seems very sketchy. It's like that feeling when you walk into the ocean and you get to that point where you can't see the bottom anymore. You sort of like hit that edge. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. Good, good. They should be pleased with these. I've got another order here. This one's a little more curious. They want a couple of squid and a whole black grouper. Don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at night. And well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. Have you got any fish for that order? Yes. I have a black grouper. All right, come back when you have everything. Now to regular business, eh? If you're ever hunting for specific species, check your encyclopedia. It could have the information you need. So we have 26 remaining. This is a shallow water rod. That's $200. So do we want to save up? Probably should save up to get this. We could get a light, though. That might be useful. Okay, so we still owe $26.74. What can I do for you? I'd like to pay off some of my debt. Of course, how much would you like to repay? All of it? Fantastic. Now what else can I do for you? I want to ask about the wider region. Certainly. Is there somewhere in particular you wish to know more about? The Gale Cliffs? Well, the main port over there is a place called Ingfell. It's right on the approach to the cliffs. You can't miss it. It's a whaling town, but I haven't heard much talk of it these days. I think quite a few people have left, one way or another. Is there another area you'd like to discuss? Stellar Basin. Quite a popular tourist destination. There is a resort on the atoll, built on top of a beautiful coral reef. I'm sure there's a wide variety of fish there. Maybe you fancy getting your hooks into some of those. Is there another area? Twisted Strand? I don't think there's much to tell. It's just a tangled mass of trees. It's often blanketed in a thick fog, even during the day. You'll want some good lights and a good sense of direction if you're to go exploring there. Oh, apparently I can't talk today. Is there another area you'd like to discuss? Devil's Spine. Ah, yes, it's quite exciting, really. An active volcano amongst a city of ancient ruins. I must caution against sailing there, however. The ruins lie low in the water and would surely tear through your hull. Not to mention, the aforementioned volcano could erupt at any moment. You can occasionally hear it rumbling from here. Is there another area? Nope, I think that's everything. What happened to the last fisherman? The last fisherman? Oh, he was very unreliable. He'd go out at night, come back with no fish, and proceed to sleep all day. He was also a terrible captain. I mean, really terrible. Constantly running aground on the reef, even in broad daylight. The shipwright almost ran out of wood for repairs. No, he was no good. One evening he left and never came back. So long, he shan't be missed by us. Now, what else can I do for you? I should probably just get back to fishing. I don't think I need my light on during the day. Pursuits. So 2 arrow squid, but they only come out at night. Wait, there's the house over here. I wanted to go see what this is all about. I do want to save up money to get the better engines, but at least now that we've paid off the debt, all the money that we get from fishing will be going to us. The workshop looks as though it hasn't been used in decades. It's locked. Makes sense, I suppose. The door is locked. Oh, oop. Well, there you go, crashing into stuff already. Oops. You would think that after playing Stardew, I would be used to obnoxious fishing games. Okay, still can't dredge stuff. I wonder when we unlock that. Sustainable fishing. Reading completed. Check cabin for bonuses. 10% chance to not reduce fish stocks when catching a fish with a rod. That seems handy. Since we have to be out at night anyway, I want to get this sparkly here. 20th of August, 1927. Morning of the second day of the honeymoon, and our first day proper. Today we're sailing around the islands and inlets at the back of Greater Marrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheel instead of the rods. He renamed the boat last night, Julie. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain Ocean's Riches was a good name. I think he has prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. Okay, so we are looking for squid. I do not know where squid would be. I also probably shouldn't fill up my inventory without knowing how much squid. How much space squid takes. We got a trophy squid. There's another glowy out there. But I am just going to head back into port. That seems like the best option. Because that eye up there seems very unhappy. The mayor is walking quickly towards you. He seems to be in a good mood with a spring in his step. Fantastic news! Thanks partly to your efforts, Greater Marrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand our facilities. The dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger's services. He might have something to talk to you about soon. Keep up the good work. We're glad you've chosen to be here with us. Part of me feels like I didn't really have a choice. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. I didn't think you had it in you. Night fishing is a tall order. Been meaning to talk to you about a new business venture I've been considering. Crab pots. I've got one here for you, in fact. It's a bit banged up, but you could get it fixed at the shipwright. Should be pretty straightforward. Just drop it out at sea anywhere, then come back after a day or two to check on it. I've got a customer after a fiddler crab and a common crab. Both species can be found around here. Oh, you can get more crab pots for $100. Lasts for 3 days. Yield 1 to 2 per day. It might be worth getting another one. Maybe get the new engine first and then come back and get more crab pots. This is the dry dock. We can make significant improvements to your vessel here. We're talking extra space, more attachment points for equipment, and even superior hulls. We'll need a decent stock of hard materials for these projects. Lumber, metal scraps, that sort of thing. How do I get materials? There's plenty of decent materials around the coast, from various shipwrecks and the like. I'm sure you'll find a way to get at them. Materials assigned towards upgrades here will be stored, so don't worry if you only have half of what we need. So, rod spaces, nets, engine, hull upgrades, which adds cargo spaces, and impact. So it costs materials and money as well. Okay. Looks like some of your equipment could use some fixing. So we can't get troll nets yet. And this is 200. I kind of want to wait until that we can get this. Since we haven't picked up some more research parts yet. Okay, we haven't caught any aberrations. Common crab and fiddler crab. What can I do for you? The same questions that we asked the last time. Select the crab pot ability with E. We should remember where that is. And we still can't dredge. So what upgrades... What upgrades do we need for that? And we also can't fish those yet. Yeah, going out over these deeper channels makes me nervous. I feel like I'm going to see something massive go swimming under the boat. Oh. I think that was an aberration. It certainly looked bizarre. Certainly looked bizarre. Oh, glowy. A glowy dredge spot, so we can't do anything with this yet. But there is a glowy that we can do something with. August 21st, 1927. We had a slight accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of Greater Marrow. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hull, but it jostled us around and a few items fell overboard into the water. We did not see what they were, which is of some concern, but we believe all important articles are accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He is paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I have never known him to be so superstitious. Okay, and we need to take the aberrant fish back to the fishmonger. Why is this spot glowing? A brood squid. That's not creepy at all. Oh, it has gotten dark. Alright, so the blue lights are indicated by the Or for the crab pots, do they show up on the map? It... What was that? It does not seem like they do. What is it today? You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising the fish up to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath. Ah, now this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. I wonder. He runs his fingers firmly along the length of the fish, as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach, and a small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open. From its stomach, he pulls a small piece of fabric and spreads it on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief. Well, I've never seen that before in all my days. I'll give you this thing, and I'll pay you for the fish too, of course. It's not the first corrupted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before too long. I'll pay you well if you find any more. Well, I've got... I'm going to send that to storage, because I don't know if we'll need it later. It looks important. A man is looking at you through your cabin window. His face is mostly in shadow. I know what you took to the fishmonger. And I'll be clear, I know he extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. Meet me on Blackstone Isle. Head out of this bay and cut south. I have a business proposition that you'll want to hear. I'll be waiting. Not sketchy at all. So repair, that's plus 10 knots, that's plus 14, this is plus 15. So we'll go ahead and buy this. We'll throw that back into cargo because apparently he wants to take a look at it. And I think the next thing we purchase will be this, unless... But yeah, we still don't have the materials for that. So... Oh, the crab pot does show up on the map. Cool. That will be handy. Meet at Blackstone Isle. Return to town. Okay. Was not expecting the increase in speed that we got there, so... common crab. And that has 2 days remaining. So hopefully we'll get a fiddler crab. That was the other thing that was needed. I think. The man is standing in a doorway watching you approach. He's holding an old book in one hand. It's bound in crimson with silver ribbons. You came. Good. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a collector of many things. Art and artifacts, treasures and truths, and curios that occupy the periphery of desire. And you have something for me. You give the handkerchief to the collector. He holds it up to the flickering light and studies it. These patterns are unmistakable, even after all this time. This handkerchief comes from an old ship I've been searching for. It sank many years ago. It carried items of great importance. As you can imagine, retrieving them is proving to be challenging. That's where you come in. My proposition is this. I will outfit your vessel with equipment that will let you dredge the wrecks and dark depths. Find me these lost relics, and I will reward you in ways beyond all imagining. You need not give up your fishing career. I'll merely need a few hours with your vessel to make the necessary alterations. What do you say? Why not? What's the worst that can happen? The famous last words, am I right? An excellent decision. I'll prepare the equipment immediately. The relics we're looking for are a ring, a necklace, a watch, a music box, and a key. I would encourage you to ask around the towns about shipwrecks or other strange occurrences, anything that might be worth investigating. Return when you have something. So, key in the Marrows, music box in Gale Cliffs, ring in Stellar Basin, necklace in Twisted Strand, and watch in Devil's Spine. So it seems like we will be doing a fair bit of traveling. The wind there was very glowy for a second. Also, it seems like my boat is on fire. Equipment broken, fishing... Oh, hey, we still caught a fish, though. So that's cool. Even if your fishing stuff is broken, you still can get stuff out of it. Interesting. We got some cloth. Ah. Oh, fun. Load last save. Where did I save last? Okay, we saved here. So I have... Alright, so we got the dredging stuff. With that being noted now, I'm going to go ahead and go repair my boat before I do anything else. And drop off that crab, because I don't know if it can spoil or not. Okay, put you in there. Alright, come back when you have everything. I don't have anything to sell. What is it? She eyes you suspiciously. There's a spot near the back of Greater Marrow where the current carries in wreckage from the sea. Some nights you can see a natural glow rising from that patch of dark water. I can't imagine what's down there in the deep. So if you're looking for what I think you're looking for, it's best you just move on. Have you heard of any strange things? I see plenty of strange things from atop the lighthouse. Sometimes I don't know whether or not I can trust my own eyes. She holds the lantern up so that it shines brightly onto your face. Are you really standing here in front of me, or is this just another one of the fog's tricks? Who lives on Blackstone? I see a lot from up here, you know. I saw that ill-fated boat return. I chose to look the other way. What ill-fated boat? That has nothing to do with... or does it? I watched an unnatural glow flicker through those windows. Whatever you've got planned, I hope you know what you're doing out there. Not really. I never know what I'm doing. You approach a woman sitting on the dockside, staring out to sea. She turns to you. What is it like out there? It's been kind of peaceful so far, other than me running into rocks. It's got to be a damn sight better than this bloody town. I think I just need to get away for a while. Maybe not come back. Going backwards is a mistake, don't you think? You should always keep moving forward, moving along. Technically, I can't go back since I don't know where I'm from. So, you know. She's gazing out to sea again, lost in thought. Say, if you find me some materials, maybe you can help me move. I mean, really move. There's an island I've heard about, Steel Point, just to the north. 2 units of lumber and 2 units of scrap is all I need. I can make a new place for myself out there. You'd be welcome to visit, too. Just stack it up at Steel Point when you have anything. I'll pay you when the job is done. A book. I need to repair. Cabin. Correct engine operation. So, still need a fiddle crab. Need to search for relics, but I have a feeling that's going to be a longer game pursuit. 2 lumber, 2 scrap. And she said that there was a wreck around the back of Greater Marrow. So maybe where we've been seeing that light from at night. All that's left of this boat is an old husk. You pull a little closer. Oh. Old iron chain. Research parts. That's nice. Ow. What the heck are you? The stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air. Faint shapes dance upon its surface, vanishing before your eyes can focus on them. The cold stone does not respond to your touch. Okie dokie then. Ah, we got a relic. And this spot has been depleted. Now, I don't particularly want to be out here at night and risk losing said relic that we just picked up. So, what was that? What is that? I hear something. Oh, that doesn't sound good at all. I did not like the sound of that. That sounded like something big in the water. um, so that's not stuff that we can sell there. Exits. Let's go to shipwright. We can't repair stuff yet. Hardy crab pod, good for 5 days, 2 per day. Large, it's a 5x4, 3 days. Let's go ahead and get the hardy. I wonder if you get research parts to end up unlocking everything, or if you kind of need to be a bit more careful about what you pick and choose. I could technically drop lumber off, but I kind of want to finish the builder's dealio first, since that'll get me some money. Only another common crab. Also, I apologize in advance if at any point during the day you can hear the dogs. They are very barky. And is this where I drop off the stuff for... the builder? Yes, it is. Island where the builder wants the materials. So we're still just missing some scrap. which is not that. F. This is that. Oh, those take up a lot of space. There we go. Okay, so we have the 2 scrap that she needed. Delivered all materials necessary. I'll let the builder know. Yeah, there's something both peaceful and kind of creepy about being out here. You know? Try to bring some fish in to hopefully have enough to repair the boat. I think one more hit and it won't go well. And no, I don't have another crab for that. So done. Continue. Sell all the fish. Put you guys in storage. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Engine provides 5% more movement speed than listed. Not bad. So return to builder. You've done it. Well, no sense in wasting time. Let's get moving. Oh, I have to transport her over there. Makes sense, I suppose. We will wait to do that in the morning, though. And only another common crab. Pick up that crab pot, though, because we can get it repaired. Drop her off. Still can't fish those deeper waters. Or can't fish the larger animals in the deeper waters. Yes, this'll do. Thank you, fella. Give me a short while to get things built here. You're welcome back anytime. She reaches into her toolbox and pulls out a handful of components. Take these. Always good to have on hand. Oh, research materials. Nice. And we should get money, but I kind of want to pick up some materials. At least start getting some in storage. Because I have a feeling that those will be very useful. I do like the different mini games, I guess, for fishing. And I had meant to go back to Blackstone during this day. But I don't think that's going to be happening. I don't know if I trust my navigation abilities enough. Especially not when my light goes out like that. And there's another boat out there. Huh. I don't know if I like that. If there's another boat out there, then why are they so interested in trading with me? You enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques. The shelves are full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you over silver spectacles. Hello, is that... Ah, I don't believe we've met. Forgive me, my eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you got anything nice with you today, perhaps? Sure. I wasn't sure if it would count that as a trinket, or since it's a quest item, if it would be safe. Send you guys to storage. I kind of want to send those to storage just so I don't risk losing them. Hello, is everything okay? Do you know of any shipwrecks? Well, yes, you see, my only son was lost at sea some years ago. He's still out there, somewhere, in one of those wrecks, all alone in the cold, dark water. The man is clearly trying his hardest to remain composed, but tremors of grief rack his body. I was wondering, I notice you have some dredging equipment installed on your vessel. If you're able to retrieve any of his belongings from the wreck, I think he'd feel more at peace if his mementos were with me. He wore a bronze belt buckle, specially engraved. I'd recognize it anywhere. If there's a chance you could find it, I'd be in your debt. Anything else I can help you with? Any strange occurrences? I don't get out a lot anymore, so I don't see much of what goes on. But I do remember the old mayor in his final days. What an awful sight it was. Screaming and throwing things into the sea. "Throw it back," he would cry, over and over. Begging anyone who would listen, howling it to the wind. These days, I almost feel like I understand. Anything else I can help you with? Nope, I'd better go. Oh, so I could have spent the research points here. Okay, let's go to storage. Nope, cargo. What do we want to research? We could unlock a new outboard engine type. Or we could put some points into rod and reel. Or do we have to unlock these first? Yeah, we have to unlock these first before we can put them in. Yeah, well, we have the research parts for it. So that will cover coastal and shallow. Which means I can combine 2 rods into... Or I can clear out some space in the cabin. Because this is just shallow, this is a coastal. If I get the other one, then I'm just taking up one spot. Which will leave more spots for fish. But, with that being said, I think that I'm going to go ahead and call stream here. We've been going for about an hour and a half, which isn't a terribly bad time for first day back in a while. But yes, I am hoping to start streaming more again. We'll see. I have a list of like 39 or so games that I had gotten to stream. And, you know, we'll eventually work through all of those. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. And I'll probably be adding more to the list as more interesting ones pop up. The never-ending cycle. Anyway, I hope that everyone has a wonderful day. And if I can get out of the game here, we will see you around. Bye-bye.